And if we, for example, we want to get something from this meeting, so we can plan what we want to achieve. For example, to participate in whatever ways we want to, and by today we plan today, and then you add up to tomorrow, and then a week, and then a month, and then we get the whole year planned up, because we already know, begin with the end in mind, what we want at the end of the year. Then we come to plan to up to these hours and today. Thank you. All right, now let's start. We have our grammarian today, which is our wonderful Teresa, with the word of the day. Please, over to you.
Okay, thank you. So the word of the day is initiate, the process or action to begin something. And today, our Toastmaster initiated the brand new Toastmaster year with the theme, beginning with the end in mind. So the word initiate, we can accept an initiation, initiated, whatever. And let's try for at least 8 occurrences. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Great, what a great word, initiate. Yes, it's really resonate with our theme today, begin with end in mind. Let's initiate something that we plan what we want to have. That's a really great word. Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Teresa. Now, let's move on. We are going to have our first speaker today, Fatima. Let's hear from Somesh, distinguished Toastmaster, Somesh of the Speech Objective. Over to you, Somesh.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster. Fatima's speech is from Innovative Planning Level 5, Reflect on Your Path. So this is the last speech before completion of the path. The purpose of this project is for Fatima to reflect on her growth during the completion of the whole innovative planning path. And the overview is use this opportunity to reflect on how far Fatima has come in terms of the summary and summarize the skills that has been learned and developed and celebrate the achievements. The speech can be humorous, informational, or any style that appeals to Fatima and supports her speech content. All the best, Fatima.
With the speech, and you are doing the reflection on my path. So that is the title, I suppose. And before that, I congratulate you again on your appointment to the district. So congratulations again, and reflection on my path. Fatima, over to you.
Can I share the screen before I begin my speech, before I initiate? Okay, let me share my screen first. I'm unable to share my, okay, now it's, let me name the time also.
I am the timer, Fatima. I'm the timer.
Okay, let me just, oops. This is, it's moving. My mouse is having problem. Who is the timer? Maria. Okay, thank you. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I'll be sharing my reflection on innovative planning, innovative planning, part level 5. Now, how I'm going to do my presentation, I'm taking the reflective learning by given the psychiatrist Graham Gibbs. He designed a layout in 1988. He looked at the experience, the feeling, the analysis of the learning and lessons learned. And then this cycle goes on, then action plan. Because when I looked at that project, the reflection, there is a sheet which gives exactly how the psychiatrist Graham Gibbs has outlined, and that I will take you through. For those of my friends here, let me tell you, I have a very short journey that I started Toastmasters in April 2019, not long ago. And within past 2 years, I have been the Vice President of Public Relations in a club in Malaysia, and also Vice President of Education last term. And on top of that, I also held the special appointee as the Pathways Chair, which was two heavy loads being committed to Toastmasters. And also during this learning, I joined global clubs, storytellers in UK, and when Shomesh put out the interest to create a charter club, I joined immediately, and I was the first to be with Shomesh, and I was one of the charter members of our club, Personal Growth, and also I am a charter member of the Worldwide Leaders. And this is briefly the main key highlights of my journey. Now, let me tell you why I love Toastmasters, because service to excellence in Toastmasters means that we, even though I'm a district leader now, we are at the bottom. We are there to serve our members. And this is what current district director of 102 reminds us. Even if you hold a title, believe that you are not at the top. You are here to serve. We apply the servant leadership, which means to serve the members. Now, let me tell you the pathways that I'm enrolled. Effective coaching, I have completed after 2 years. Innovative planning, I'm almost near now. And there are 2 other pathways that I'm enrolled: team collaboration and strategic relationships. Now, this is some of the pictures I would like to take you through. On the left, you can see one of my club pictures and Personal Growth. All of you lovely people are here. And then at the bottom on the left, you can see the club, the first online club in District 102, MWC, which I am a mentor, and I just completed my mentoring. Now, when I look at the different levels, level 1 and 2, they are same in both the parts that I am completing. Level 3, this is where you start to differentiate your learning, because level 1 and 2, they are fundamental basic learning. And you start initiating with the level 3. I did the video project. It became huge success in our club, and we got more members. And then I did the storytelling. And then I was able during my term to manage projects, manage online meeting. Now, in innovative planning and story and effective coaching, in these 2 parts, there are requirements for high-level leadership, which is challenging because you have to form your guidance committee, you have to create a vision, you have to create a mission, and then lay out a plan. And you have to have regular meetings. This being a challenge in Toastmasters, the wonderful thing is you get the feedback. I have worked in many other high-level positions to different disciplines, but Toastmasters is where you get the feedback. And moderate panel discussion. I have led UN and WHO panel discussions. Again, Toastmasters, once you do a panel discussion, you get the feedback, which is really great. Now, as you can see, district director was one of my committee members, and I also had a professor in a university. There was a challenging time. They push you hard, and this is where you sometimes think, oh, you need to do more. but that is the great learning you get by having like-minded and good people in your committee. Now, the questions in the list, what are my accomplishments outside Toastmasters? As all of you know, I am doing my doctorate in business administration in Malaysia, and I am one of the student council representative. And with John, my lovely, handsome husband, we have been designing public workshops for my university. We conducted structure a speech workshop last month on 16th, and this month on 21st, we will be running another workshop on body language, and the month after on tone modulation. Now, these are some of the activities we are doing outside Toastmasters. The impact of being a Toastmasters is huge, and I'm sure all of you will agree. Give me a thumbs up if you agree that you learn a lot by being a Toastmaster. My personal growth, I have been a deputy minister. I have worked been a CEO, many high-level positions. But Toastmasters, my personal growth is huge, unbelievably. It's the initiative, chances, opportunities that comes to us is immense. And other thing I love about Toastmasters, all of you here, globally we are connected and we are networking and we form beautiful relationships. And I can ask for help through any of you. I know that you there. And club officer roles, again, that's kind of feedback platform that we get. District officers, another learning. Now, what is my next steps? The question is, after 2022, I don't know whether I want to be in a district position, but I want to continue to do something I love. Charter new clubs, mentoring people is something I love because I can see when they grow and they take initiative steps to become great leaders. I love that. And of course, past 2 years, I belong to 4 clubs, but my giving speeches is not to the expectation, or I could have completed 4 parts by now being in 4 clubs, but I couldn't do it because of my commitments and workload in Toastmasters. Some people say, oh, you're working full-time. No, I manage. John and myself, we have a big whiteboard and small whiteboard, and of course, book a calendar. That's how we do manage our time. And of course, complete my part. I will stop sharing my screen. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters can take a lot out of you, but it also gives you a lot. If you love being a Toastmaster, if you love giving back to the community, which I believe Toastmasters family, we can do it. Which means it's not just about speaking and giving and finishing parts. It's a lot more. Being connecting with others and forming relationships, and of course, being in leadership positions. Ladies and gentlemen, I would advise you to take up officer roles and district leadership, which will be a great learning. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Fatima. I would definitely take the district role. You don't forget me, okay? You initiate it, I'll grab it. Okay, thank you so much. I really like that part. You have 4 pathways. I really look up to you on that. All right, now let's move on to our next speaker, next to Fatima, Jean Khalid. Let's hear from Kathleen. Kathy, for the speech, for the purpose of the speech. Over to you, Kathy.
Thank you. John will be doing a speech by the name of Arrested. This is part of his team collaboration pathway. It's an evaluation and feedback. This is the second speech. He can either do a presentation of the previous speech using the feedback and evaluation he got before, or he can create a new speech. So take it away, John, on your speech, Arrested. It will be a 5 to 7 minute speech.
Thank you, Kathy. Wow, I'm afraid to hear the title of your speech, John, but I can't wait to hear it. Over to you, John Khalid.
It was a beautiful sunny day, and I was traveling from Birmingham to London, which is 120 miles in the UK. So I was daydreaming as I was driving down. I got into London and I was going up in front of Buckingham Palace. And then I veered off towards Trafalgar Square. I was looking at the sights, looking around me. I was quite slow. The car was quite slow. I wasn't doing over 30 near enough. Then I started going down towards the embankment because I had to follow the embankment, the Thames, to where I wanted to go. Then all of a sudden, a car slewed in front of me and I braked. And as I braked, I nearly hit the windscreen with my head. And then as I went back, I looked in the mirror, there was a car behind me. And all of a sudden, men in black, helmets on, visors on, were outside with machine guns pointing at me. Now, I was stunned. I was sitting there thinking, what is going on? The next minute, the door was ripped open. I was grabbed out of the car, slung on the top of the car, hands ripped behind me and in handcuffs. And then I was thrown into one of the cars and I could see him with dogs going around my car, looking at my car, opening all the doors, looking in the boot, looking for something. Then I was taken to the police station. Questions, 9 hours of questioning. Yeah. I wasn't charged for anything, but they warned me. I happened to go around Trafalgar Square the wrong way. When you come from Buckingham Palace to Trafalgar Square, you're supposed to turn left and go all the way around and come back. Well, the road I wanted was just at the side. So I just went, boom, right, and then straight down that road. And of course, it was all cameraed. And the people that arrested me were the firearms squad that happened to be in the area. So they were a bit rough because they got the notice to stop the car. And that's all they knew, stop the car. And I may have looked a bit suspicious because the back of the car was down because I had an engine. This was a racing engine that I was delivering from a friend from Birmingham to somebody in London. So this racing engine was in the back of my car. A very expensive two to £3,000 engine, 2-litre engine. So they let me go. But that's not the first time that I've had a run-in with the police in the UK. At one time, they were having the Grand Prix in Birmingham. And they put in the paper, the route. So being the Jack the Lad I was at the time, because I was quite young, I decided to test this route out. But I didn't want to get caught racing around Birmingham. So at 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning, 2 or 3 of us in cars, went to this start of this Grand Prix route, and off we went. Now, looking back, we were a bunch of idiots because they'd cameraed up all this racetrack so they could, in a couple of days, put it onto the telly. So we're racing around, laughing to ourselves, passing each other, and boom, the next minute again. And they don't send out one car. They send out, must have been at least 100 policemen to catch us. So they stopped us, took us back to the police station for speeding. And that time I was a teenager. So my father, he decided to give me a lesson. So he never came and bailed me out for 2 nights. So I spent 2 nights in the police station. So I know what it's like being in prison. Well, I know what it's like being in a police station for that amount of time. But the thing is, I got on well with the police. They were laughing and joking with me. Yeah, they were laughing and joking all the time. They bought me Kentucky. So they were really nice. The police were there. Okay. Again, I didn't get charged. I got a warning. So what I'm saying to you is, as you grow up, you find and look back at your life and you think to yourself, well, that was stupid. Didn't I think about the cameras? So you look at your life in retrospect. Okay. And if you do have problems with the police, don't get angry. Smile and say, you've got me. I'm sorry. And a lot of the time, they will just let you go with a warning. And the police are there to serve you. And you need them in society today. Back to you, Rosianna.
Wow, great speech, John. Yeah, don't get your wrong turning, you can get into trouble, but that's a good experience for you. Thank you for sharing with this. Now let's move on to table topics. Sabara, are you ready? All right, over to you.
Thank you very much. Toastmasters of the day, Rosie. Okay, now to go on with our table topic, I would like to initiate some thinking of our beginnings. Now to do that, I would like to share the screen. I would like everyone to draw something. Okay, this is the whiteboard. Everyone to get a pen there and to draw something that relates to you, whatever that comes to your mind. It could be your pets, it could be a tool in the house. Can we start from now? I have annotated, right? Yeah. Okay, I got one from Fatima. Everybody. Can I have everybody? How many people are in the room? Another love from Fatima.
Okay, so how do we get a pen?
Just draw.
You can,
the pen is like you see the pen, you see the drawing of the pen and drag it, drag it to the one.
View option and a tape.
Annotate, yeah. Okay, have I got that? How many people have I got? Okay, 1 more minute. It's hello there, okay. Kashful is like a circle. And Dr. Alice C. Rosianna, what's yours? Love.
Hello, there.
Hello. Right. Fit. You got it. Right. Has everyone drawn?
Yeah, Sabri.
Okay, thank you. Now I would like to call upon the person who said hello. Who is that? Oh, okay. Toastmaster of the day, Rosianna. Yours. Good. This is your topic. Okay. Now, for table topic, your topic will be begins with the end, right? So now you have to be proactive. So Rosianna, where is the timer? Will be 2 minutes. Everyone know that. 2 minutes for Rosianna. I will stop sharing now. Okay, all yours, Rosianna.
Proactive.
Yeah, be proactive.
Be proactive. All right. Thank you.
Habits, the highly habits.
Thank you, Sabaria. Yeah, we are today talking about 7 Habits of Highly Effective People books. I think most of us have read that book or seen that book somehow or rather. So be proactive is the chapter 1 of the book. And then we have the theme today, which is the second chapter of the book. So be proactive means that we initiate something. Well, that's a really great grammarian word today of the day, because to be proactive means that we initiate something. Something is not coming to us. We have to do to get something done. And for example, if we want to be a good speaker, we cannot just, as I said before, read books or looking at other people doing the speeches. We have to book our slots and do the speech. And that means we have to be proactive. Or maybe there's another program that is good in Toastmasters, that is mentoring. And it can be somebody like push us to do the speech and help us into know-how of Toastmasters from the mentors. So proactive, if we are not sure, so we learn from our mentor the path, the right path to be proactive. So at least in Toastmasters, we know for sure that the path can be learned from mentor, and being proactive is part of it. And having a mentor is also a proactive part, in the sense that it's going to lead us, hold our hands, and to achieve our goal much faster. I think that's all, and I hope every one of us will excel in Toastmasters. Be proactive. If you are not sure how to do it, get a mentor, learn from them. Thank you. Back to you, Sabaria.
Thank you so much, Rosie. Being proactive, you definitely are, because today is about the 7 habits. Okay, Rosie, can you please call out? Okay, where is my screen? Uh-oh. Can you call out for another person that draw love? Was it Tina?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, who did,
I didn't say, oh God, okay, who did the love earlier on? Oh, I didn't save it, sorry. I didn't save it, there was love sign, yeah. You call out for love. You call out for another person. There was love, there was, yeah.
Yamin, did you?
Okay. Yeah, could we invite Yamin, our guest? Yamin, could we have you? What was your drawing?
I can draw on my laptop. I tried, but I can.
Yeah, it's okay. No need to draw anymore. Yes. But yours will be the next topic. Are you ready? Your topic will be why innovate. Yamin, why innovate? Yep. You have 2 minutes to speak. Thank you.
Okay. Actually, my English is very weak, so sorry for that. Innovate. I think innovate is a new invention, right? Yes, but I missed the first sentence. What is it? I saw it innovated, but I missed the first word. What is it?
The first is why. Being part of highly effective people, the habit is they innovate. They always innovate something. So table topic today is very simple. It says why innovate. Okay, I mean why innovate, right?
Actually, I have no idea for that because I the first time for me, so I'm very excited for that.
Okay.
Yes.
No problem, Yamin. Innovate means like you invent something, or you, like say you're selling something else, and then it is COVID, and then you need to do something else, something like that. Would you be able to? Okay.
Yes.
Can you?
Yes.
Okay.
This yes. Our country is now military corps, so I am a CDM. So I resign my job. So now I'm innovate selling a food. Yes. Like a jelly or like a ice postic. Yes, I make to innovate it. Yes, because I am now CDM worker, so I don't have any job yet. Yes, this is my innovative. Yes.
Right. Oh, good, great. Is that all, Yamin? Yeah, you are innovating. Very good. I mean, taking initiative to do something that is innovate. Congratulations, Yamin. Yes,
Thank
very
you.
good. Well done. Yeah. Could you call a person's name, Yamin? Call out for another name. Anyone in the group? Can you see the name?
Yes. Amrita had, I don't know
Anvita.
that. Amrita,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you
Anvita.
for calling me Yami.
Yes.
Okay, Anvita. Your topic will be how discipline. How discipline, part of highly effective people's habits. Are you okay, Anvita? All right, all yours.
The most successful people are not the strongest, the sharpest, or even the tallest for that matter. The most successful people are the ones who are disciplined. Good day, Toastmasters, and your guests. I was never a bright student in school. I was participating in sports and other extracurricular activities. I just didn't have the time to study. Yet, I was always in the top 10 of the class. How was it possible? It was because I studied in a convent which was very strict. They taught us discipline. Every day, they gave us homework for each and every subject which they taught us that day. And if we don't do that particular homework, we were supposed to run the entire ground 10 times. And even then, if we didn't do our homework, then our parents would be called to the school. And even then, if we didn't do our homework, then we would have been thrown out of the school. So I was scared. I was doing all my homework on time, thus enabling me to pass. It was in my convent school that I learned discipline. It certainly helped me at my office too. Sometimes my work gets hectic and I become tempted to work for 10 to 14 hours a day. But after working so much, the next day I feel very tired. My eyes get strained. I get backache. So I have discipline at my workplace too. I ensure that I work just for 9 hours and keep some time for my hobbies too. And this has ensured that I haven't burnt out yet. And even in Toastmasters, discipline is extremely important. When I first joined Toastmasters, I didn't give speech for 5 months. Then I realized people who have joined with me have almost completed a path. Where here I was at the starting point. Then I tried to become disciplined. I decided to give a speech every month and I'm following it now too. The Toastmasters and dear guests, discipline should be the oxygen of your life. Then success is guaranteed. Back to the table topic master.
Thank you very much. Our VPA and Vita, very disciplined, always guiding us to be disciplined. Thank you. And Vita, could you call out for one name, please? Call out for
Okay,
please.
I would like to call Nora.
Nora. Yeah, Nora. Where's Nora? Okay, your title. Your topic would be the purpose. Nora, the purpose. All yours.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for calling on me, Anvita. The purpose. Let me see. It's a interesting topic. I've been through a lot of changes through 2020 and 2021, and I think my purpose now is to live my life. I know it sounds kind of strange to say that. I think we all say we're going to do that, but I have been, like I said, I've been on a journey. I've gone through a divorce, which it was a long time in coming, so it's all good. And my purpose now is, like I said, is to enjoy my life, to live it, to be happy. And to that end, I've been telling everybody, but I purchased an RV yesterday. It was kind of a, I've been looking for to do it for a while. So an RV is a recreational vehicle, so you take kind of your house with you, and I'm going to start traveling. So I can work from the road, and I take delivery in 2 weeks. But it's one of those things where when I originally wanted to do it, I wanted to visit and go to like national parks. And now because of COVID, I'm going to go visit family. So I'm pretty excited. It's been a dream of mine for a long time. And so my purpose now is to just really enjoy my life and do what I want to do. So thank you.
Thank you, Nora. All of us have the same purpose, to enjoy life and live life to the fullest. Thank you, Nora. Can we have one more TMD? Rosianna, we have one more topic. Is that okay? Nora, please call out for one. Yeah, please call out for another person.
Yes, Kathy.
Kathy, all right. Kathy, are you ready?
Sure.
Oh, yes. Okay. Kathy, this is very interesting. What responsibility? Kathy, what responsibility? Yours.
What responsibility? I think when we talk about responsibility, I got thrust into a bit of responsibility this week. As you know, it's the new year of Toastmasters, and I was elected president of my Wichita, my home club. When it was broached to me or initiated to me originally, it scared me. Leadership has been something that I've been fearful of. I've talked to a few of you about this because it made me really, really nervous. But I'm actually really excited about it now. I see our club qualified for President's Distinguished, but for some reason the numbers aren't coming up, so we're working to push through that. But I'm excited about the ideas that I have for our club, and I want to continue the foundation that we have to continue on. So it's exciting. There's some responsibilities I've already had to take over. I have somebody who's not happy that they didn't get elected for a role, but he didn't even show up the day of the election. But I really feel, although it's a big responsibility, as they mentioned in our TLI training, as a president of a club, you're a leader of leaders. You're kind of the CEO of your club. So it was scary, but I'm owning it. And I feel like when these responsibilities are presented to you, just like when you did your first icebreaker speech, it was scary, but you did it and you grew. You get stronger with every role you take in a meeting. You get stronger as you go. So although to me, it feels like a big responsibility, there's a reason why I had 7 of the 8 nominations for me, and then I got elected to the role. So sometimes those responsibilities are scary, but there's a reason I'm in this role and I'm excited about it. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters.
Great, Kathy. No wonder you're the president, because of your responsibility, you being responsible. Wow. 5 great speakers in our table topic, and we all talk and discuss about the habits of highly effective people. This is fantastic. This is a very good, this is what Toastmasters is all about. It's not only just public speaking, it's about leadership. With that, I would like to pass to Rosie. Thank you.
Thank you, Sabaria. What a great round of table topics. I really love all of them. And that's true what Kathy said. The leader will be a leader of another leader, meaning that you are a leader and you are trying to make another leader as well. So a true leader is a leader that can also make another leader along the way. That's great. And I also love the other, and I wish you all the best, Nora, on your adventure with your new toy. All right. Now, and I also want to congratulate Yamin for taking part for the first time. Yeah, as they say, it's icebreaker, it's nerve breaking, but you took this as a first step in Toastmasters, and everything will start with just one step, and you took it, and that's really great. I congratulate you, and I hope you do more of it so that you be comfortable. That's the only way to do it, by doing it. All right, let's move on to the next one, which is I would call upon the general evaluator. It's none other than our awesome Anvita, VPE. Over to you, Anvita.
Thank you, Rosie. I would like to call upon our first evaluator, Somesh, to give his evaluation report.
Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator. Today I'm evaluating Fatima's speech on reflection of the innovative planning path. That's after the level 5, that's the last speech. So congratulations, first of all, Fatima, on completing the innovative planning path. Let's give a huge round of applause. Great achievement. And not only that is the great achievement is the encouragement and the example that you set for all the members. So thank you very much for being that example. You started your journey, you initiated your journey in Toastmasters in April 2019, and this is July 2021, May, June, July. So how many? That's 2 years and 3 months now. And the achievement that you have in 2 years, some people are in Toastmasters for 20 years, and probably they wouldn't have done this much. So again, congratulations on being that example for everyone. When you were giving this speech, one of the thoughts that was coming to me was something that I read in one of the social media groups about one person saying that in Toastmasters, we are doing so much, but what are we getting back in return? I saw some kind of social media discussion going on. And when you were giving the speech, you very well highlighted. So it's the relationships that we are getting here. That is the networking that we are establishing, and the practice of communication and leadership skills that we get to do in a group of people who are supporting each other. We can pay thousands and thousands of dollars or euros or whatever currency, but this environment, to get this environment is not easy. There would be some companies who would be charging a lot of money to just get this practice that we are getting here by paying how much, $50 in 6 months, $100 a year. So I think people somehow, yeah, and this is what you are trying to establish here, that we are coming together here and we are doing a lot of service to Toastmasters. We are not getting back any money in return, but what we are getting is invaluable experience, the experience that we cannot get anywhere else. And you have highlighted that very well in your speech. So congratulations on that. In terms of recommendation, what I would say is a very small one. If you were thinking that you're going to present, probably arrange it in the beginning that all the things are arranged, that you can share the screen and things like that, but it's a small thing. So congratulations once again, Fatima, and thank you for being such an inspiration to all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Somesh. My role as a general evaluator is to evaluate the evaluator, so I'll do just that. Somesh, you had a very nice opening where you congratulated the speaker, Fatima. You encouraged her by highlighting and commending her leadership qualities and her accomplishments in such a short time. I just have one suggestion for you. I think you could have also highlighted about her accomplishments outside Toastmasters. That is, she just mentioned that she has conducted speech workshop along with John. I think one of the important takeaways of Toastmasters is what we do outside Toastmasters too, along with what we do inside. So I think that might have been highlighted. Other than that, it was a wonderful, encouraging evaluation, as you could also relate her speech to what you have read. And you brought out the importance of trying to create relationships, networking, and also developing leadership qualities along with our speaking qualities. So it was an excellent evaluation. Now I would like to call upon our second evaluator, Kathy, to give her evaluation report.
Thank you, Anvita. John, this was probably, of all the speeches I've heard, and I've heard quite a few from you, this has probably been my favorite speech. I loved your energy. I loved your storytelling. One of the things that I noticed about your speech, even before the speech started, is that even down to the title of your speech was really important. Sometimes when people write out a speech name, they don't actually think about how important that is. You need to give a speech name that teases, especially in the storytelling, teases the speech, but doesn't give the speech away. So I don't know about you, but if anybody looked at the agenda and they saw that John got arrested, weren't all of you very curious about what the story was going to be about? And now we know. Again, I love the speech. I loved all of your body language was great along the way. I've actually been to London and I could see where you could turn off very easily because the traffic in that area near Trafalgar Square, I can't say it this morning, is very heavy traffic. It reminds me of Dallas almost because everything's, you know, you're going pretty slow usually when you're going through that area. So it's easy to look around at all of the things around you. So you brought me back to when I visited London, although I used the black cabs, I wasn't actually driving because they drive on the wrong side of the car, you know, on the wrong side. It was really hard for me to find anything to give you feedback on to improve on that because you did such an excellent job. But two little things that I would recommend. I'm not sure where your camera is on your computer. Okay. Thank you, Fatima. You seem to be looking down, not directly at the camera. It didn't look like you were reading, but you know, maybe one of those things that when you're thinking, you have a tendency to look down. So that was the one minor thing there that you were not looking up at the camera. Sometimes a tip with that is to take and put a little sticker up there or maybe Fatima's face so you can be looking looking at Fatima while you're looking at the camera to just remind you to look up there. And the other little small thing that I would recommend is when you're doing a speech, this is a group where your club is international. You might try doing some conversions. So if this speech was done like at the International Speech Contest, many of the people in your audience might not be familiar. Most of us, I think, know that the boot is the trunk of the car. But when you're talking about pounds, I don't know exactly, I kind of have a rough idea. Things like that, you might convert those. If you were doing this in a bigger audience outside of our club, to think internationally how that would convert, because it might, because, you know, like I said, we have an international club right here. But I really love this speech. I loved your energy, the body language. Just the only thing was the eye contact that you were looking down, and you may not have even been aware of that. But I look forward to it, and I really enjoyed this speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. I agree with you. This is my favorite speech of John's too. You commented on the delivery as well as content. You covered all the aspects. Usually evaluators, they do not look at the title or they do not comment about it. I really like that you spoke about the title, you appreciated it, and you also checked the justification of title in a speech. That was very well done. I liked your recommendation, especially about that internationalization so that everybody understands. That was a good recommendation. So overall, you have covered all the points. I do not have anything to add to it. Now I would like to call our timer, Maria, to share her report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Speaker 1, Fatima, took 10 minutes, 10 seconds. Toastmaster John took 6 minutes, 39 seconds. Toastmaster Ruziana for the table topics took 2 minutes, 6 seconds. And Toastmaster Yaman, really I need to appreciate her because she took 34 seconds. Mine was just 20 seconds. A big round of applause to her. So Toastmaster Anvita took 2 minutes 8 seconds. Nora took 1 minute 19 seconds. Toastmaster Kathy took 2 minutes 11 seconds. And Somesh, as an evaluator, took 2 minutes 45 seconds. Kathy, Toastmaster Kathy, took 3 minutes 30 seconds. Over to you, Anvita.
Thank you, Maria. We are all on time. And congratulations to Yamin especially. You did a great job. Next, I would like to call our counter to give his report.
Thank you, G. Good day, good evening, dear Toastmasters and distinguished guests, Yamin. Today, I find, as usual, typical of our leadership club, not many. In fact, when we initiated this session, I had thought myself that I should ignore one arms and crush words, one of it by every speaker. Anybody who has spoken more than once, let me just tell you about that. Fatima, 3 arms and 4 repetitions. Barring that, there was no other glitches or crutch words used by any one of us this evening. Thank you. Over to GE.
For that crisp report, Toastmaster Satya. I would like to call our grammarian, Teresa, to give out her report. Thank you for taking the role at the last moment.
Thank you. So the word of the day was used, I believe, 9 times. I sort of lost count. It was a very interesting meeting. And Rosie used it, Fatima used it, Sabri used it, and Kathy used it during her table topics, I believe it was. For language, it was really interesting because a lot of words were used, especially in John's speech, because he was, very descriptive. I've never heard the word slewed, but I got the idea of the car slewed in front of him and then grabbed. Jack the lad, that's cute. I'm going to keep that one. And camera it up, that was something that we don't think about. And in table topics, words like proactive, innovate, discipline, purpose, responsibility, inspiration, and networking were just fantastic. And I believe it was Anvita who used oxygen of your life. Wow, that is so good. Back to you, GE.
Thank you, Teresa, for your detailed observation. Coming to the evaluation of the entire meeting. Hats off to you, Rosie, for starting the meeting on time, because usually we are 5 minutes late, and today we even had a 10-minute speech. It is just because of you that we were able to have a long TT session. Thanks to you. I like the theme of the meeting, begin with the end in mind. Today is the beginning of the first meeting of the new Toastmasters year, and your theme was related to that. It was very apt. I also like the core message of your speech, which is, if we fail to plan, we are going to plan to fail. It brought out the importance of planning. And as we are personal growth leaders club, more interested in self-development and growth, I think we all should plan in advance, just as Rosie said. I also liked your hilarious lines before and after John's speech. They were great fillers. Moving on to Sabaria, our table topic master. I like the fact that you were very innovative today. You shared the screen and asked people to draw. That was the first time I drew something using the annotation option. I learned something new, and I could also exercise my drawing skills on the screen. The second thing which I liked are your topics. They were also very innovative, proactive, innovative. People were able to give speeches which were very inspirational. So that was well done. The third thing I liked is usually the TTM will ask people directly or ask for volunteers, but you gave a choice to the audience to select somebody. So you made the audience as heroes and heroines. That was also well done. Overall, very innovative and fun session. And Toast and DTM Teresa, I like the word of the day, initiate. That went well with the theme. That is the reason why so many people used it. That was also well done. Now I would like to hand it over to our president, Somesh.
Thank you very much, everyone, for another great meeting. Without each and every one of us coming together every week, this will not happen. So thank you so much for your time and your energy and your contribution to the meeting. That makes it successful. Otherwise, there is no meeting. So thank you so much. That's it. And I would like to hand over to Anvita so that we can do the roles for the next meeting. I just wanted to
I'm actually
inform.
not able to share my screen.
Okay. I just wanted to inform I won't be there in the next meeting. There is a club officer training. So, but I will probably give it to you, Anvita, in terms of logging in and starting the meeting. Thank you.
Okay, sure.
Ramesh, can we give some time for Yamin to introduce herself? Or
Absolutely.
like
Please,
Yeah.
Yamin, yes.
Yes, I am Yamin. I'm from Myanmar. Some Burma. Yes, I'm 28. I'm a CDM, so now I'm not jobless. Yes.
What do you mean by CDM, Yamin?
CDM means Civil Disobedience Movement because we are military corps during this time. So all of banks, government step change their situation. So they resign their job or something like that. So we know we are now CDM worker. Yes, I am a bank staff. Now I'm resigning my bank staff. Yes, I am a bank staff. Yes.
Okay, so it's tough times there, is it? Sorry. Tough times, is it? Because of the military coup?
Yes.
Okay, not good. Okay.
Are you a Toastmaster, Yamin? Are you a Toastmaster? Or are you a Toastmaster?
No, better now. I am trying to be a Toastmaster. Yes.
Right.
How do you find out about us? Yamin, how do you find out about
Yes.
us?
Actually, I found last 2 years Toastmaster class, Cambodian. My friend, one of my friend, he talked about this, and then I searched on Facebook. I found your group, and then I want to try this group. So I'm trying. Yes.
How do you feel today that you joined us? How do you feel?
Yes, I'm very happy because all of you are very warmly and very friendly. Yes. Sorry for my pronunciation or sorry for my grammar mistake because I don't know. Some was maybe rude or I don't know. I really want to polite you. Yes.
No, you're very clear.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
We are able to understand you very clearly.
Thank
The
you.
more you do it, the better it gets.
Yeah, you're very fluent, Yamin.
Yeah, correct.
Thank you.
You're most
Shall I
welcome.
share my screen?